So guys, we've got footage sent to us of a wall hacker spectating Nadia. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go through it and analyse the gameplay and see whether or not this actually shows Nadia using wall hacks. Take into consideration before we watch this, that this was actually after she did her monitor cam as well as her controller cam, and it was long after all of the allegations started. So maybe this footage may actually show her to look legit, which means that the accusations against her could quite well have proven to have worked and caused her to actually play legitimately. Let's take a look at the gameplay now and see whether or not there are any moments that are sus. Okay, so the footage we've got here is of a rage hacker, somebody who's using wall hacks live on their video and recording whilst getting into the same lobby as Nadia. This was during a game where Nadia was playing with Lucky Shamu as well as FaZe Swag. As you can see here already, you can see Lucky Shamu's name as well as FaZe Doozy, although my camera is in the way of FaZe Doozy. So let's just press play on it and see whether or not there are any moments that make her look like she's using wall hacks. So at the moment, we're clearly spectating the person using the cheats. You can see in front Nadia as well as FaZe Doozy, who is Swag. He's just died to somebody random, I believe. Loading next player. No, he's actually spectating Nadia, okay. Nadia, hashtag 4279273. You can see he's got his cheat menu up now, and he's setting his max player ESP range to a lower setting so that it's easier to see whether or not she's actually looking at people at a closer range. Stops all the background ESP noise getting in the way. So you can see still his ESP wall hacks are working while spectating Nadia. I just want to make sure that's clear, that this isn't a way of us finding Nadia's ESP wall hacks. It's just the person using them who is spectating Nadia. Let's continue watching anyway and see where it goes. The audio of the gameplay is not very high. I've got my mix amp cranked right up. So they've flown straight over there. There was no UAV up and they've flown straight to where the team was. That wasn't Nadia. That's her teammates. Okay.
Let me teach you a lesson.
Now all the info's on the minimap there, so it's clear to see. You can see enemies. She's turned up to the party too late, but at this point she's already on 8 kills as well. Bear in mind, during this gameplay, she was live and she was not using a monitor cam or a controller cam. So which direction is she going to travel now? So she looked left, she looked right, and there's plenty of names to the right, which is the direction she decided to travel at this moment.
This target is hostile.
She's done a little jump peek over there. You could see them on the minimap. And again, that close as well, there will be some form of audio cues. She's actually on the team with Booyah here. It says Booyah, Antoni, Yaza and Fox, but obviously they're just like the stream-proof names. And now she's dead. Okay, so she's just died and it's time for her to go to the gulag now. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're not going to get to spectated in the gulag, unfortunately. But we're watching FaZe, Booyah, as well as Swag and Lucky Shamu. As far as I'm aware, this is just stream-proof names on show, because those are the names we saw early on in the footage. And that's how the new Streamproof Pro works for all of the, whitelisted creators. Okay, so we were able to go straight to the gulag and watch that. I'm going to pull that back a little bit, actually. I want to watch this again. It's very strange. It looks like, you know, why hasn't FaZe Booyah got that stream proof mode on? And do you know what? And the point I wanted to make here, when she actually goes into the gulag, you know, it's when she turns the corner. Watch where her aim goes to straight away. The lower torso area, look. I mean, it's not the best quality, of course, but that's the lower torso. I mean, something's not right. Even all of her shots, this guy is crouching. And her aim is on the lower torso. But anyway, let's continue on and see what exactly else happened, because that to me was very sus, but it wasn't sus because of wall hacks, it was sus because of her crosshair placement on the lower torso area, which is exactly what the pattern is occurring in all of her aim behaviour. Doing a full spin around. If I was using wall hacks, I would do a full spin around. I'd be able to see the ESP names of every enemy surrounding the area I was landing to make sure I wasn't going to get sniped from anywhere, or to make sure there was no teams pushing in. But again, she could just be spinning around as well. I'm just thinking out loud as a spectate. Right, she's got a loadout back now. Would have been real nice to see what the first 8 kills look like, I'll be honest, but unfortunately, you know, the person who has got into the same game as her with wall hacks on wasn't able to do that, or, you know, get to them early enough, I don't think. Okay, so she's just done a little weird look there. I'm just going to pause it a second here. So look at the direction she decides to move now. There's absolutely nothing on the minimap. She's done a little look around in the sky, maybe looking for something dropping in. But remember, there are enemies here. Nothing on the minimap showing them there. But they are there. She's now jumped over the wall. That being yellow there, the ESP player skeleton being yellow the way it is, shows that the enemy is not visible. There was a small flash of red though, so slight possibility that she did see that enemy. Again, she's putting herself in a very good position. Imagine not having any knowledge there were enemies here. Why would you be getting yourself in a position of high ground to those enemies? Now, of course, you could say if you're pushing into that area, it might be common that there are enemies there, so that's why she would do it. But again, it seems very strange that she's doing it all perfectly, like to the position of where those enemy skeletons are. Okay, so she's put herself in a high position. Now she's dipped down into cover, but there is now gunshots showing, and the enemy is now on the minimap. But her whole play prior to that showing on the minimap was as if she was pushing towards it. She can hear footsteps. I'm going to just pull that back slightly. Watch the aim behaviour here. She's going to go to the right, and then she turns to go to the left. Again, she heard footsteps, but very precisely decides to turn as that enemy is about to push out to the left side of the building. Right? Look where her aim stops on the enemy. Right on the torso. And even as she aims down sight, her aim snaps almost from the head area down towards the torso. So even though I'm watching this, analysing it for the wall hack side of things, I'm seeing the patterns within her aim as well.
Fine.
And I know these parts are boring, guys, but I will be leaving them in just so that people can't say that things were cut out left and right. All the footage that you've seen today is all that I've been sent, and I've analysed it thoroughly. So her teammates are already up at the top there fighting over to the right, and now she's moving over to the left. There is an advanced UAV up, so she has enemy knowledge. I'm just trying to see now, there is only one enemy there. She's got full knowledge of the enemy's location. She can hear footsteps. And she absolutely demolished him. I'm going to try and not do this every time, guys, but let's have a look as she pushes around that corner and watch where her crosshair placement is. Oh, what are the chances? What are the chances? It's literally the same location every time she shoots someone, and then it moves freely. And put it this way, if you are toggling aimbot with a foot pedal, you can toggle it off and on just by putting pressure on the pedal and releasing pressure. So pressure on the pedal equals aimbot toggled on. If you take your foot off the pedal, off. And if you just continuously tap it while you're in the middle of a gunfight, it will move to the location you have it set to, off and on. And that is a way people do it so that it looks more natural, almost like they're missing bullets in between the gunfight. But when the aim and the crosshair continuously goes back to the torso area, especially in Nadia's instance, it definitely does raise suspicion, and it raises a very large pattern. There's one up on the outside as well. She can't visually see them yet. It was all torso until the enemy actually went down. It's hard to tell while they're lying down, though, in the prone position, because obviously when they're facing you lying down in the prone position, doesn't matter where it's aiming at, whether it's head, chest or whatever, it was still aimed directly at the face. Okay, so there is absolutely no UAV available now. She's on 14 kills though, but we are seeing that weird aim behaviour. There's enemies over to her left. I'm not even sure what that noise was, but it ain't nice. I hate my ears. Got it cranked right up. So she could have had an indicator that there was an enemy there. She could have had call-outs from her teammates due to her teammate putting a cluster strike down. She's got visuals on the enemy over there. She's not hitting any shots on him though. Looks like she's about to get lasered out the sky then, so she dipped out of that push. And she's down and dead. Now, we won't be showing you any of the footage from the other players because that might be another video. But what we're going to do, we're going to skip through now. Okay, so she's just been brought back in now after she died. She's got a loadout again, or somebody's loadout at least. Don't think she wanted that gun. I mean, she loots like an absolute pro, if you ask me. I mean, maybe she does want that gun. Sorry, pulling it back again, and I know you hate it, guys, but it's happening. Let's just have a look where she aims down sight here, or how she aims down sight. Okay, it's not as strange as I thought it was originally.
Let me teach you a lesson.
I know this hurts.
And you got to remember as well that we will be seeing this in not as good quality as what she would see on a monitor as well. So we are paying attention to that, but the wall hack skeletons will indicate whether or not they are visible. Yellow skeletons are not visible, but you can already see the direction this whole team is pushing. Nadia and her teammates are pushing in the location of Storage Town, which is exactly where there are multiple enemies. We can now hear gunfire as we get close. She pushed that enemy, shot at the torso, she shot him at the torso. There's an enemy in here, that was a very strange one. I just want to pull that back. I'm pulling it back because, watch this. And this, I pulled it back a little bit further, but watch. Enemy number 1 here. Enemy number 2 is right there, okay? Aqua, this name is here. That's the yellow skeleton we're paying attention to now. So the red dot on the minimap. She's looking down the corridor here. Watch this play now. As she aims down sight, her crosshair moves towards this enemy here. There's a lot of noise on the minimap. Can't make a clear call on whether or not there's a red dot. There may well be. But she then decides and proceeds to push through this door. And her aim as well was straight on that player skeleton. But guess what? He's not on this side of the wall. So she ends up pushing back out. And gets the kill. But she aimed down sight through the first wall, then pushed through the door and aimed down sight through the second wall, but didn't fully aim down sight the second time, then pushed around. Now, again, like we said, there's a lot of noise on the minimap. We've got the UAV just going out, 2 teammates there, a couple of contracts, as well as the enemy cluster strike coming in, so there's a lot of noise. But that to me was a very weird play. It almost looked like she aimed down sight through 2 walls at the enemy. Now they're just avoiding the enemy airstrike, or cluster strike rather. See enemies up on top, they're all red, so we know that they're visible to Nadia herself. They've got the UAV as well still. I think it's about to die out shortly. She's going to be able to get up there. She could have went up on the vents there. Now she's got some live pings off her teammate. See how well she plays this. Now we can see the ESP wall hacks are showing the enemies have gone down to the left of that hill. She couldn't see that, not on the UAV. Teammate's dead, there's the enemy. Now that's a big call, I'm going to pause it a sec. I'll say this, right, is that clearly was visible to us, the player skeleton, although it was yellow. There was no minimap knowledge, and she made a swap there to go from her sniper that she's picked up, right? So she's got the sniper out here. In fact, the enemy is visible there for her because it's red, so she should well know that that enemy is there. But she makes the play to jump down and get the buyback. The enemy's still red there, but then turns yellow. There's a clear engagement here, but it looks like the bullets are more coming from the enemy down the hill. She swaps to her sniper, decides to swap back and turn around. Personally, I think the sniper would have played well there, but, I mean, she also turned her back to an enemy shooting at her. She managed to get herself out of the situation though, so I mean, fair play.
I know this hurts.
Okay, so this to me is strange. This to me is very strange. But her teammate's there, looking down the hill. She's got blue coming back in. Let's watch this play now. Remember where the team was shooting at her as she turned her back. There's no UAV knowledge, none. But there is a blue ping, okay? Remember where the blue ping was? About here. Okay, let's just pull it back just for clarification. Look where the blue ping is. Yeah? It was here. Now let's have a look where the team is that she's pushing. And look where her crosshair is placed. Nowhere near where that blue ping was. Now she's moved it over to the right. Look at that. I know that was a bit strange for me. But remember as well, if you're analysing somebody with wall hacks like this, right, whilst watching, you've got to count it in for spectator lag. You've got to count in for the fact that the person you are spectating could be using a 2D radar or a perma UAV, which then has a completely different field for like analysing with player skeletons and player box, because if you're using player skeleton player box, you know the exact location. If you're using advanced UAV or perma UAV or a 2D radar, it just gives you a constant minimap, basically, a constant UAV. She seems to push this fine, but there is the big game bounty up there, so her aims, like I'm watching this for wall hacks, but I'm noticing the pattern in her aim more than anything. It's literally 4 versus 1 now, so this will be the win. So personally, throughout that gameplay, I would say there were a couple of moments that really did stand out that looked like she may well be using wall hacks during this gameplay, but the main thing that I did notice throughout was the fact that her aim kept going to the lower torso of the enemies, and that is something that's been pointed out by a number of people now, and it's a pattern that she just can't seem to get rid of. And if that is her natural aim, then I mean, to be that accurate and aim at such the wrong place of an enemy is very strange. If you were that accurate, you would aim at the neck area, chest area maybe, but not the lower torso. That's just wrong. But there were definitely some moments in there that did scream wall hacks as well. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, guys. I know this is me analysing gameplay again, but I got sent this video of somebody spectating Nadia with wall hacks. It would be rude not to check it out. If you did enjoy this video, guys, smash that thumbs up, and I know for a fact you will definitely enjoy this one here. Go and check it out. Thank you.